Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Evan. In today's video, I'm going to break down for you guys exactly why it is so important that you manage your risk properly. And this is real time right now. I just got out of a trade. I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened like right after I got out of the trade and the trade hit my stop loss. All right, so it is 10 a.m. Wednesday, November 8th. And as you can see, we are on the hourly time frame. Now I have three lines drawn out here. The one I want you to pay attention to is the 373.75 one. I can't get right on it, but 373.75 was a previous resistance. Obviously, as you can see right here, I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see, but I need to use the cursor. So right here, you can see that previous resistance right on the hourly time frame. Now, if we go down to the 1 minute, the one that I was using, you can see we got rejected here this morning. I took one trade this morning with the break of these pre-market highs, which is this blue dotted line here at 373.12. We broke above those. I waited for a little bit more push. I got in some calls. I wrote it, and the goal was to sell it right here at 373.75. I learned my lesson from yesterday. Yesterday, I was aiming for a downside move, and I was waiting for price to break the moving average. I decided to sell early because previously I did not. It did not break the moving average, and it did not fulfill what exactly I was looking for. Right. So obviously, as you can see here, we literally came a penny away from it. I decided to sell early. I ended up selling literally right there, almost at the top of the candle, right? Perfect exit, beautiful. I love that this thing is still going down because this is just going to make it even more. This is just going to make even more sense right now. So as you can see, this was my first trade. I entered about here with calls, exited about here. I made about 9% on that trade. Nothing crazy, short little scalp. Right after then, right? Price pulled directly back, right? You can see this huge candle straight down. Price pulled back literally all in one 1 minute candle. So on this, obviously, as you can see, we consolidated for a little bit, right? And we were looking like we were going to make another move up. So as we started to make this other move up, I decided to enter some calls right about here, right in this area. We started pushing up, right? We pull back a little bit, and I was like, okay, we pull back a little bit. Now we should go up, and we should at least touch this 373.75 and possibly break it. Momentum was looking good. Everything was looking excellent. I entered one more contract. I had two contracts at the time. Now on this first trade, I was using one contract. On this trade, I was using two contracts at this point. We ended up just slightly breaking it. We slightly broke it, right? I was looking for a larger break and like somewhat of a little bit of a hold. Dude, this is literally crazy. This thing's dropping right now. So, right, I was looking for a hold, right? And this thing, it didn't hold, right? Obviously, it turned around. And my stop loss was literally below this wick right there, below that wick. We turned around. We ended up, I hit my stop loss. As soon as we hit my stop loss, boom, I was out of the position. And then obviously, as you can see, this is what happened after. You know how freaking crazy that is, bro. I literally got in this trade, right? My target was up here. It was a little bit past here. I was looking for a better price action above there. We didn't get it. We end up turning around. We reject. Like if I would not have gotten out right here, I would have lost 50% on this trade. 50, probably 50 plus. Yeah, about 50+% on this trade, right? Literally, if I would not have just followed my plan. So the importance of following your plan, this is a perfect example, right? Let's just use some arrows so you guys can kind of see. So I got in the trade. Right here, right? Once we kind of broke above this, I got in my first contract about right here. We continued pushing up, right? We pulled back a little bit. We found some support. It looked like we were about to break it. I anticipated a little bit. I bought in one more right here, right? We didn't get the hold that I wanted. Price ended up coming back here, stopped me out right here at the bottom of this wick. That's where I had my stop loss at. I got out of the position. I didn't hesitate. I simply just got out. No emotion. This is what price action's doing. Get out of the position. I don't care how. We're not looking at the P&L. The P&L doesn't even matter, bro. It doesn't even matter, right? Because the P&L will just keep going down if you don't manage your risk. And if you don't manage your risk, then you're just going to lose all the time. So the proper thing to do here, right, was just get out. That's all I did was simply get out. And this is a perfect example. And this is one thing that I will remember every single time I take another trade and it comes close to my stop loss and I start thinking in my head, oh, well, what if it bounces here? Nobody cares if it bounces. Nobody cares if it bounces. That doesn't even matter. That's completely irrelevant, okay? Because cool, it could bounce. It could go sideways for a little bit and then go up and you'd be like, dang, what if I just held? No one cares if you just held. The only thing that matters, right, is if you followed your plan. And if you followed your plan, right, then you're going to be safe. Because I could be like in 50% drawdown right now. I could literally be like in like a garbage position, right? And I'd probably still be thinking to myself, oh, well, what if it reverses and goes back up as hard as it went down, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is you can always take another trade on the day, right? And this is just a perfect example of that. Literally look at this screen. This is my stop loss at the bottom of this wick, literally right there, right? I got out and this is what happened right afterwards. This could happen on literally any trade, on any day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro, right? Get out of the trade if it hits your stop loss. It's literally the biggest thing. Like one of the biggest things that I always struggled with was not getting out and just kind of like thinking to myself, oh, like this could somehow reverse, or you know, it might only go down this far. Well, it doesn't ever only go down that far. It 99% of the time just keeps going down. And cool, this thing can bounce down here and it can come back up, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's always another trade to be taken. So when it hits your stop loss, this is just a perfect example. Just get out, right? Because I could have lost like 50% on this trade, and the chances of me making 50% back are rather slim, I would say, right? Because it's much harder to hold a winning position than it is to hold a losing position, telling yourself that everything's going to be okay. So with that being said, I hope you guys learned something from today's video. Hope you guys like the energy, right? I just want to show you guys this real time and just kind of explain what happened today. If you learned something, please drop a like, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.